is, of course, Labor Day. We have a special Labor Day cooking segment.
That's right. Victoria and Chef Chaz are making a berry cobbler for your picnics today.
Exciting day here. We're going to be baking. Chef Chaz is joining us again from NCCC. Nice to see you again. We're doing something that I love. You were making a triple berry
cobbler.
Cobbler. I saw it. It looks beautiful.
Everybody know what the difference is between a pie and a cobbler? Because you're going to find out today.
What is the difference?
Well, the crust is a more tender crust.
For a cobbler.
For a cobbler, and you don't use any starch in the filling, so you get all that gooey goodness from the fruit.
I always think with a cobbler, it's with the crumbly stuff on top, but that's not necessarily the case.
That's like crumble, or there's a word for that. What is it? It's
crumbler?
Yeah, it's a...
crumble top?
Yeah, it actually is a crumble.
Like a crumb topping or something.
So there's a pan dowdy, a crumble, and, you know, a cobbler.
Excellent. We're going to talk about what ingredients people need for this triple berry cobbler.
Absolutely. It should be on the screen, but it's simple things you'd have in your kitchen. Victoria, cobblers are very homespun, so traditionally they were made with biscuits, leftover biscuits. Plopped on top of the strawberries or fruit that was harvested, hence cobbler, because it looked like cobbles when the biscuits
like
were on top.
The walks, okay. Yeah. All right, so what are we going to need?
So we need some all-purpose flour, butter and shortening, and a little bit of salt and some sugar and some berries, pretty much.
Butter and shortening.
Right, because we want to make a real tender crust. And the secret to making a pie crust is cold fat.
Cold butter. And you cannot replace the shortening with like an oil.
No, because it's going to make your, a flaky pie crust. We're going to talk about that more. But you need that cold pat of butter or shortening within the flour, the protein of the flour. When it cooks, the fat raises it and creates layers. Flaky. And that's why this has to be very cold when we use it to make pie dough.
All right, get out your pie rolling roller. And we're going to be right back coming up, and we're going to start putting it together.
I like my new student, Victoria.
That's center of Labor Day. Great picnic item we're cooking up in the kitchen today. Berry cobbler.
Oh, perfect for your barbecues and stuff like that. Victoria,
don't get any on your white pants. Sorry.
For one last day. Then you can put them away forever. Victoria and Chef Chad has what's next in the recipe.
That's right. We are baking in the kitchen today with Chef Chaz from NCCC, and we're making a triple berry cobbler. We're going to start with the dough, which really seems to be daunting to really non-bakers.
Well, Victoria, there's certain things that you have to observe when making pie dough, and then it's easy once you know those steps.
Okay.
And one of the first things is not to overwork the dough.
Okay.
But use cold ingredients.
Cold shortening, cold butter.
Cold shortening, cold butter, and ice water. And that separates the fat from the protein in the flours, and that creates that flakiness. If you don't have that, everything smushes together, and you got a really tough, smarmy dough.
I have had that.
Okay?
All right.
So on a cobbler, we want a nice, kind of smooth textured dough with a little bit of flakiness in it.
Okay.
And I love cobblers because, once again, they're homespun. And at the college, we not only teach the higher-end desserts like Napoleons and pâté choudo and, you know, éclairs, soufflés, but also a repertoire of American desserts, which I found since the 90s have made a huge comeback, and people love great American desserts with simple ingredients with no preservatives done well from scratch.
Desserts, everybody loves them. I can't imagine. Okay, can we get started with the dough here, and then we'll talk more about the pastry program there?
Absolutely. We're going to make our dough in a Cuisinart.
Okay.
So we're going to add our flour first, which is 2½ cups of flour.
All purpose.
Okay.
Just dump that in.
Victoria's going to do that, right?
Okay.
This is how easy it is to make pie dough. And a pinch of salt, which is about 1/4 of a teaspoon.
Okay.
Okay. And then we have some cold butter.
Oh, here, I'll give you that one.
There you go.
Okay, we've got about 15 seconds.
Yeah, this has been in the freezer.
And then we just put it together.
And then we're going to 5 teaspoons of ice water and burr this up, mix it up till it comes into a ball. And I think we'll wait till the next segment to show you how to do that.
To roll it out and put it together.
And then Victoria's going to roll it out, and we're going to make a cobbler right here.
See how it turns out.
See how it turns out. Do you like cobbler?
I love cobbler.
Yeah.
I love anything sweet.
Right. For the summer.
Like you.
For the summer, if you bring this to a picnic or a barbecue.
You're a hit.
And you can serve it with homemade ice cream, which we're going to do later.
Right.
Or whipped cream.
We're in. All right. We'll
Wonderful.
be back and put it together.
For the final segment of our berry cobbler
Right.
situation.
Victorian Chef Chaz has that.
All right, we are now going to put together the triple berry cobbler with Chef Chaz from Triple C. We have started with everything in the Cuisinart. You have the flour, you have the cold butter, cold shortening.
Right. A little bit of salt. Okay, this is all in Cuisinart. So first of all, hold on one second, Victoria. We're going to pulse this until it has the consistency
Before you add the ice water.
of cornmeal. You want little balls of the butter into the flour. And this should look like cornmeal. We don't want to go... Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Now Victoria's going to start adding some cold ice water, 5 tablespoons.
It's got to be ice water.
Right, got to be cold. And this will come into a ball. It'll separate, and you'll know it's done. Let's do one more, Victoria.
More?
You know what? I think it's okay. Okay, once you've got... That's how easy it is to make pie dough, you guys. Okay? And now the secret to pie dough is not to overwork it, and we're going to just simply consolidate this, and it's you want to chill this down for about 15 minutes in your refrigerator. That's how easy it is. See, you can see there's little lumps in there. That's what's going to make it flaky.
That's what I look like in the morning.
Right.
Lumpy pie dough.
And let's see. This is cold, so let's work with this.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to roll this out.
Oh.
Okay, Victoria, now you get to do your home ec thing, right?
Yep.
Who was your home ec teacher? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It was a very nightmarish event for me.
Okay.
All right, so just roll out?
Yep, just roll it out.
Do I try to shape it into a circle?
And the secret is to go kind of delicately and just...
Too late.
Not too much pressure, but just get it at an even... There we go, so that it's all the same thickness.
Look at Mickey Rooney.
There you go.
Just kidding. Okay.
If you smack that, you'll abuse him. No. Bad chef. Okay.
How big
so this
do you...
should be fun. This is real Martha Stewart, right?
Yes.
While Victoria's doing that, just keep doing that. We're going to get a thin layer, about 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to take some whole unsalted butter, and I'm going to simply coat my pan. You can use a ramekin for this.
A what?
A ramekin that's ceramic. That's really nice. Or it could be a Pyrex glass container, or a metal container like we have here. And unlike a pie that might have beveled kind of this has got a straight up edge to contain all that juice for the cobbler. So a pie has an angled...
I have bad news.
No, that looks great.
My thing is...
That looks great. That's perfect.
Okay, we've got 2 minutes.
Okay, we're going to put a little bit of flour here, and here's a little trick. You can wrap this up right on your rolling pin. And this is a rustic preparation, so it doesn't have to be
a perfect, beautiful thing.
We're going to put our berries inside here. This is 6 cups of mixed berries, triple berries. We have strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries.
Anything in it? No sugars? Oh,
sugar.
now you put the sugar.
We got what?
And you just put it in the pan?
Yep. And then we're going to dot it with some butter, like that.
That
all
is
over
rustic.
It. Really rustic. And then you simply take the exterior and fold it up like this.
You don't have to connect it.
Nope, like that. And some cinnamon on top. You can just brush some cinnamon.
On everything?
And voila. The finished product. We'll put this in the 425-degree oven.
Okay.
For about 20 minutes.
So it doesn't matter if you... That's it? 20 minutes?
That's about it. Until this gets golden brown. And then, go ahead.
And it doesn't matter whether it's metal or the ceramic. Does one actually work better than the other if you can? If you have a choice?
If I have a choice, I like these ceramic or the Pyrex glass are really nice.
And you can actually serve it in this if...
You could. And here's some homemade ice cream that we have. This is made with Madagascar bourbon-soaked vanilla bean. And that's for another show, how we show you how to make your own homemade ice cream.
That's delicious.
See? Good job. All right. Good job. How do we do?
You did great. Now, we're going to come back, and are we going to do a second helpings with the same? You probably will never have any left over.
Well, you know, we're going to do a variation on this. We're going to make a parfait using our leftover triple berry cobbler.
We're going to tease them.
We're going to tease you. Yeah.
All right. That's in our second helpings coming up. Back to you. Welcome back. We are doing a second helping of that triple berry cobbler, which in realistic terms, you are never going to have any left over here. But if you do, you have an idea of reinventing it the next day.
Right. I would serve this. We're going to make a triple berry cobbler parfait with a little bit of low-fat sour cream layered with some brown sugar. This is going to give your mouthfeel some pops here because, go ahead, Victoria.
And you chilled your parfait glass.
I did. So we're going to layer some of this beautiful berry mix.
Okay.
You want to do this?
Yes.
Okay. This is going to be served cold because we served our first cobbler hot with some ice cream.
Crust
That's
and
fine.
everything,
That's
right?
enough. And then we're going to simply layer a little bit of sour cream with some brown sugar. And why do we use sour cream and brown sugar? Because it just gives that nice tang and sweet pull in our mouths. That's going to be real interesting. With
Can you
this.
use the low-fat sour cream? Or
We
no-fat?
are using low-fat.
Excellent.
This is low-fat.
And
So
one more layer?
Go ahead. I'll let Victoria do that. Yep.
And then what if somebody just has an aversion to sour cream? Can you replace it with yogurt?
Oh, yeah. You can use
something, ice
vanilla
cream?
yogurt or ice cream or whipped cream. Absolutely.
whipped cream.
Yeah. This is just a variation. And this will give you another
This is
helping.
delicious.
Thank you.
All right, we've got 30 seconds left. I have
Okay.
to take a bite of this, too.
All right. A little bit of brown sugar on top and a little bit of cinnamon.
Cinnamon's very good for you, too.
And we have to do our presentation here. And then Victoria has to...
I have to give it my college effort try.
There you go.
You know what? I can tell with the brown sugar and the sour cream. You don't even really taste like it's a sour cream that you put on your potato.
Right. Gives a nice play on flavors, huh?
Excellent. Chef Chaz, once again, I'm always fighting to cook with you here in the kitchen.
It's my pleasure, Victoria.
Thank you.
Thanks
We'll
a
see you
lot.
soon.
Bye, everyone.
Happen around